we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Indiana Pacers. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Boston Celtics.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. Jones is out there with Turner, and it's Mathurin in at the small forward. And for Detroit, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Asar Thompson is out there with Durant. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5, roaming the paint. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Now, here is Halliburton. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Defense doing their best to put Halliburton off balance, but he stays flexible, kind of warps around the defense and adjusts to the contact.
Floats one. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. We talked about the challenge of game planning for Tyrese Halliburton. The coach said we have to stay in front of him. The second he gets a step on us, that's when it's kind of pick your poison with him. If guys stay in front of him, I think we should be fine. Back to you.
Thank you, David. So it's the Pistons now. The Pacers making the shot. Hits the three-point bomb. Cunningham's got 5.
Good instincts from Cade that time. He has the shot all picked out, so why waste time? Let it rip.
Halliburton drives in. He can't hit that time. Cunningham with some nice D. Ivy dishes to Valanciunas. Cunningham against Halliburton. Thompson passes to Valanciunas. Over Jones. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. And it's their first look at this year's Pistons here for the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season.
Yeah, and last year they had major trouble with these guys. I'm not sure how it happened, but they didn't win a single game against them.
And he makes that one. He's got 6. Here's Cunningham. He's got 5. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Valanciunas, good.
It's so hard to move a mountain, trust me. Major damage on the boards being done by Valanciunas.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. Number 1, the Pacers.
The way these guys moved the ball offensively was really a joy to watch. Great teamwork and unselfishness, and that's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Halliburton. Cunningham with some nice D.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Oh, and here we go. Cunningham heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. And that's now 7 points for Cade Cunningham.
And there's something special about Cade Cunningham and his explosiveness when he's in transition like that. That's a quality shot.
Thompson against Mathurin. Pass to Turner. Nice feed from Valanciunas.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Duren, and Duren slams it in.
Duren, one of the league's most powerful players, he doesn't mess around close to the basket.
Jones with the screen on Cunningham. Halliburton drives in, and the shot is good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
And the Pistons making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in, and the Pacers also making a change. Nesmith is checked in.
You know, young players who come into the league, you want to see if they can bring it every night. Halliburton has certainly fit that bill. He's firing on all cylinders. Has to be happy with his 4 of 5 shooting from the field so far.
Well, we got a story now coming out of New York, and we're lucky enough to have Shams Charania to give us the news. Hey, Shams, what do you have on the Knicks?
Thank you, Kevin. They're extremely excited right now to have brought in Mikal Bridges, a durable, reliable wing who scores in a variety of ways and can defend multiple positions, too. I'm told this franchise is clearly thrilled about the potential of plugging him into the lineup immediately.
Thanks so much for the report, Shams.
And look who's in the middle of all of that action. Of course, it's Valanciunas getting fouled and still getting that shot on.
Between rebounding, interior scoring, and he shoots the three. Brent, there's a lot to like about Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, Valanciunas has done a really good job of growing his game, Kevin, in today's game. I mean, the modern NBA to have shooting bigs. JV has stepped out and proves that he can hit shots from the top of the key, but it's still that grinding, tough, physical play that you want on a nightly basis, and he gives it to you.
Here's Bogdanovich following the score by Tyrese Halliburton. Duren, no good. Halliburton against Cunningham. Here's Mathurin. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And some changes here for the Pacers. Smith checked in for Turner. Walker comes in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Detroit leading by 3. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. For 3. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Stretching the floor now. Bogdanovich can hurt defenses from there.
McConnell passes to Nesmith. Over in the corner, Mathurin. There's a good screen. Off target from the wing.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Knox, he's checked in for Detroit.
Now returning on the floor for your Pistons, number 6, Kevin Knox.
To the wing right side. Here's Sasser. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pacers trail by 8. Here's Mathurin. Indiana again missing.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
And the wide open shot from McConnell. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Here's Sasser. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Outside, Walker unloads from 13. Count it.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Up top, Sasser. He's covered by McConnell. And the shot goes in. Sasser's got his second basket.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
34 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's the 3. And it's Mathurin with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
McConnell passes to Nesmith. Off target from 3-point range. Outside Bogdanovich. Smith with some nice D. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Marcus Sasser is out there with Thompson. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovich. Then it's Bagley. And it's Stewart in at the 4 slot. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Kept alive. The shot by Thompson, no good. Pacers trail by 7. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously push the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. For an update on Cade Cunningham, let's go to David Aldridge. Dave, what'd you find out?
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Pistons' head athletic trainer. And unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious. Well, you hate suffering injuries any time of the year, but it's especially impactful this early on. Tough break. Back to you guys.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
Here's Bagley following the score by Indiana. He gets that one. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Working around the rim, Bagley a tough cover there because of his quickness.
Now here's Nesmith. He's covered by Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by Stewart.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And there's Bogdanovich. That's good on the assist by Thompson. Now it's a 7-point Piston lead. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Bogdanovich looking around. Lets it go with a 3. And Jones pulls it down. Pacers trail by 5. Here's Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Walker's checked in for the Pacers. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. The Pacers 4th.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Now, here's Halliburton. 12 points for him.
Halliburton, one of those guys who's always on his toes and plays the offensive end with a ton of energy.
Duren sets the screen for Cunningham. To Duren. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
This is why Duren shoots such a high percentage. He picks those smart shots within his range.
Cunningham against Halliburton. Driving to the basket. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town. And those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively, but where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Now, here's McConnell, following the miss by Cade Cunningham. Halliburton against Ivy. And Turner kicks to McConnell. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Pistons leading by 3. Pass to Thompson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And Duren slams it in.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Halliburton. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Athleticism showing off here for Halliburton. He gets where he needs to be. Nice job on that drive.
At the elbow, it's Valanciunas.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor, and he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
That's good from Cunningham. Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
Yeah, the two areas you'd love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. And Brent, credit the Pistons fans for sticking with them after a tough season last year.
Well, Kevin, it's been a couple of rough years in Detroit, and never easy to have your team go through something like that. You know, when you're getting national media attention for not winning games, it's never a good thing. But these fans are loyal, they're hungry, and the future is going to be bright in Detroit, I promise you that. This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Pass to Duren. Back to Cunningham. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Halliburton.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Pass to Duren. Now here's Cunningham. Halliburton with the steal. 40 seconds left in the first half. And the basket by Jones.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket, and they weren't special that time.
Now, here's Cunningham. 10 points for him. Here's Nembhard. 10 goes in for the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Man, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Spins. Converts after the nice spin. Halliburton's got the lead up to 3 now for Indiana.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for the Indiana Pacers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. With J.B. Bickerstaff, Coach, what will be the areas of emphasis on defense in the second half?
Well, we got to do a much better job just being physical, fighting them deep down in the post. We got to be very aggressive early, not letting them get deep post catches, make them have to kick the basketball out and not take those easy buckets.
That is doing your work early, and we'll see if you can do it in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look here at Indiana, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
Shifting focus, how about this tight game the Detroit Pistons find themselves in?
How have they kept it this close? Their D has been invisible. Come on, fellas, get after it.
Yeah, just a few more stops and this score would be totally different. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Indiana leading by 3. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Miles Turner out there with Derek Jones. And it's Halliburton in at the 1. Now, here's Ivey. Following the miss by Tyrese Halliburton. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
Looking at the numbers for Tyrese Halliburton, great showing for him last season. He put up about 20 points per game last season. 11 assists and 4 rebounds. And you love how he facilitates their offense. Just a terrific decision maker.
So many times it's with the extra pass, and man, he's delivering.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. And he knocks down the first one. For Jaden Ivey, the offense, Brent, looks great. Defensively, though, there's a lot to improve on.
Well, sometimes as an individual defender, you can look worse because the team defense isn't there. And so there's been sort of this reflective quality about that. But for Jaden to take on or take the next step, certainly defensively with all of that athletic ability, he could be elite on that end of the floor. You talk about things at halftime and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
The Pistons working the ball around now. Thompson misses.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
It's not going to be a soft finish when Valanciunas gets it inside. Count on him going up strong.
Here's Halliburton, and Halliburton slams it in.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Here's Valanciunas. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Get outside, get outside.
Mathurin passes to Turner. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now a 4-point Indiana lead.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
Back to Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. And Indiana making a change here. Nesmith has checked in. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Number 5 is Jalen Duren.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the 3rd. And it's Halliburton missing.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Now, here's Nesmith. He's covered by Thompson. Turner with a screen on Thompson. Nesmith knocks down the 3 ball. And the Pacers lead by 3.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face. There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And he comes up with the deuce. Halliburton's got 30 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Break 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
And the Pistons with possession here, following the score by Indiana. Thompson outside, pass to Valanciunas. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
And here's a look at the stats for Jonas Valanciunas. Last year, getting it done. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And a guy who rarely takes a bad shot. I love the way he plays, completely unselfish with the basketball. I think he'd rather pass it off than take a bad shot. Rocket 2 from 10 feet out. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Pacers. Turner with a screen on Thompson. Here's Nembhard. No good on the triple. Pistons trailed by 5. Sasser with it. He's got 11. Bogdanovich passes to Thompson. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
The craftiness on his finish helped Thompson grab the whistle on that play.
Some changes for Indiana. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Here's McConnell. 10 points for him. Mathurin passes to Jones. Back to Mathurin. And here is Nesmith. Screened by Jones. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And stolen by Bogdanovich. To the middle. Sasser finds Duren.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather, and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Keita Bates-Diop's checked in for Asar Thompson. Walker's checked in for Indiana. And a miss there on the triple. The Pistons have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. And the dunk by Walker.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those bucks over here.
The Pistons trailing. Brad, it's hard to find someone better, isn't it, than Bojan Bogdanovic if you're looking to space the floor.
No doubt about it, one of the better spot-up shooters over the last decade that this league has seen. And Bogdanovic has deep, deep range, so that spacing is going to allow other guys to do their work. This is the kind of guy you want in a half-court setting to make a lot of things happen.
Bogdanovich wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 9. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Good on the bucket.
And using that body to his advantage. Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That's foul number 2 for him. Detroit making a switch here. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Bagley finds Sasser. Back to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Well, at 6'11" and that active, Bagley, that's easy stuff.
Pacers trail by 4. Mathurin for 3. That's good. It's McConnell with the assist. McConnell's got his 3rd assist on the night. For Detroit, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Jalen Smith, he's checked in for the Pacers. Bruce Brown comes in for Bennedict Mathurin.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Now, here's Nesmith. To the inside, Smith. The kick out to Walker. Brown the pass to Nesmith. And again, it's the Pacers from deep. Fires from way outside. Unable to get that one. Tie game in Detroit. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Isaiah Stewart out there with Bagley. Then there's Marcus Sasser. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Jeffries in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. And the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now, here's McConnell. He's guarded close. Here's Wiseman. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Inside. It's blocked. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And the Pacers can't get it to go. For Detroit, they've gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. Back to Sasser. Jeffries kicks to Stewart. Down low, Bagley, and finish off by Bagley.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
O'Connell passes to Wiseman. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Bagley. Pass to Jeffries. Shoots the three. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Walker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Drives to the hoop. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. No good on that. Detroit making a switch. Cunningham's checked in. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Wiseman. Jones comes in for Smith. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Nesmith. And Halliburton subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
Effort points by Turner, working hard inside, getting rewarded with some points.
Here's Cunningham. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 7 rebounds in the game. Halliburton finds Walker. Outside for Halliburton. Drills it from outside. And now a 3-point Pacer lead.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Here's the screen. Here's Bogdanovich for 3. Detroit, no good that time either.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Count that one. Mathurin's got the lead up to 5 now for Indiana.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Sasser can't hit. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And a different look here for the Pistons. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Marvin Bagley. Turin comes in for Isaiah Stewart. Thompson, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Ivey subbed in for Marcus Sasser. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when you get inside, you score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Count it. Good. Halliburton's got 35.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Valanciunas. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Big bucket from the big man as Valanciunas knocks it in.
Here's Halliburton. Basket good. Halliburton's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Cunningham dishes it to Thompson. He takes it in. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Miles Turner. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
You probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and the willingness to do that has paid off.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. They lead by 1. Outside, Jones. Turner with a screen on Duren. Again, Indiana.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This time, Cunningham putting the defender in a no-win situation, unless he's considered the winner.
At the line for your Pistons, Cunningham, K. Cunningham. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
You see the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has, and with hard work and the proper focus, this guy is capable of big, big things.
Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Halliburton with the bucket. Halliburton's got 39.
And Halliburton looks absolutely unfazed by the moment.
Cunningham against Halliburton. Cunningham passes to Duren. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
A high percentage scorer. Duren knows how to deliver when it's do or die time.
Here's Halliburton. It's good. Halliburton's got 41.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's Cunningham. The Pacers pull it in.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Turner with the screen for Jones. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jalen Duren. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Unloads from 13. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 19 points in the game.
You gotta love what Cade Cunningham as a young star is bringing to this game.
And it's Halliburton penetrating. And Halliburton slams it in.
Now he's coming to the NBA, making an impact, and he's making one right here in a big-time moment.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Ivy finds Cunningham. Back to Ivy. Another shot, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
Good work by Duren. He has a lot of little moves in there.
At the line for your Pistons.
And both free throws good for Duren.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Left side, Jones. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
And Halliburton, if he gets that little runway, he'll show you how athletic he can be.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
.34 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. It's good! And now they trail by just 4.
A young player, but he's in a big-time spot, and Ivy comes through.
And they go to the intentional foul. hesitates as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Here's Cunningham. Nembhard grabs the board. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
He had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're down by 4. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
Give yourself a big round of applause.
Now the Pistons with it.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Got it.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. So he comes up empty at the line. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Tyrese Haliburton.